Welcome, second grade parents, to our first evening of Chigara Chumash, our Chumash play that's pre-recorded for your viewing pleasures in your home. I hope you're sitting back and enjoying and are ready for the snacks that we sent home with you. So I wanted to share with you a story. There was a person who was in charge of a very large company. And every morning he had a meeting and he told the people who worked underneath him, he said to them, I have a question for you, and I want an answer. So all of these understudies were looking for answers, and every day they came back at the end of the day with different solutions, different insights. One of the people who worked for him had this little book that he would look to each day when these questions came up. Some of the other ones maybe went to Google, or they went to encyclopedias, if you know what those are, second graders, and they try to find answers. And over the course of a few months, the head of this company realized that that person who was looking at that little book was coming with the most insightful, best answers. So after a few months, he went to him and said, I got to ask you, what's in that book? What are you using every time I ask that question? And he said to him, I got to let you know, it's the Torah, it's a Chumash. And the person said, what is that? He said, well, it's a book of the Jewish people, and it has their history, it has their halachot, it guides them. So he said, how does that help answer the questions? He said, because in the Chumash and in the Torah, I look for answers of how I would solve problems, how I would figure out solutions. And there's always a message for me. So when you ask me these questions, I look inside the Chumash and I find certain solutions and certain answers. And the person said, that's a really amazing book. It's a really amazing sefer. And I really think that it is true. When I look inside the Chumash, I always find a message that I can share with my students, my families, my friends. It's really a miraculous sefer book. My bracha to you guys tonight, the second graders tonight, is that you take this Chumash that you're getting in second grade and you use it and you look at it and you use it for a sight and you use it for a source of inspiration and a way to answer questions you might have in your own life and in other parts of your life also. I want to wish Mazal Tov to the parents, the grandparents, all the relatives that might be watching this evening. Also want to say a huge Hakar Tova thank you to Mrs. Motzen, who is in charge of our music program, and music touches a soul like nothing else can. She does an amazing job with our second graders. Thank you so much, Mrs. Motzen. Our second grade teachers, Mor Yael, Mor Bat El, Mor Yardain, Mor Dori, Mor Crystal, working with our students. This year was a challenge on many different levels, but as you'll see in a few moments, it really was a huge success. And of course to Larry, our videographer, and to Adam Bromberg, who put the whole program together that you'll be seeing in a few moments. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Mazal Tov, second grade.
Shalom Harim, Shalom Rabbanim, V'Shalom Lechol HaOrchim.
חלום יפה חלמתי, והנה זה חלומי. בחלומי שמעתי רעש בעולם. השם נותן מתנה לבני האדם.
ומה המתנה הזאת? השם נותן את תורתו קדושה. What I learned from Cain and Hevel was that when Cain and Hevel gave both their korbans to Hashem, Hashem took Hevel's instead of Cain's. And Cain got really mad and jealous. So what I learned from that was that when you get jealous, you get really mad. So like when my friends who got the solos for the Chumash play, I was really happy and not jealous and mad like Cain was to Hevel.
I learned from Abraham to thank Hashem for everything he gives. When Abraham welcomed his guests, when Abraham welcomed his guest would say, "Thank you, Abraham," and Abraham said, No, thank Hashem.
What I learned from Noah is I should always listen to Hashem, and in the pasuk it said, you should. Noah is Sadiq Tamim.
What I learned from Chumash is Adam and Chava in the Nachash, and what I learned is that Hashem told him not to eat from Eitzadad, but the Nachash told him to eat from Eitzadad, even though Hashem told them not to. And they listened to the Nachash, which they weren't supposed to do. I'm not going to listen to people that say that are not good for me.
And I learned from Chumash, learning from Cain and Hevel, don't protect your brothers. And after Cain killed Hevel, Hashem asked Cain, "Where is Hevel, your brother?" Don't try to kill him and protect him.
What I learned from Chumash stories is to always be kind to your guests so they want to come back. ואיפה ייתן השם את התורה? באיזה מקום? באיזה הר?
shared things, shared water to Eliezer and his camels.
What I learned from learning Torah is that when Abraham was a great host, so whenever someone's coming into my house, I'm gonna treat them the same way. I learned from Adam and Chava that I should make good choices. For example, when they ate from the tree because the Nachash, they weren't supposed to, they fell for the Nachash's trick.
I learned from Abraham, you should always dive into Hashem when you're in trouble, because when the Melech Nimrod threw him into the fire, he was saved by Hashem because he dove into Hashem.
What I learned from Adam and Chava is that to always listen to Hashem, because they ate from Eitz Hadar and they lost all the good stuff in it from Gan Eden. I learned by Torah was that everybody has the power to make the world a better place, because Noah, even when everybody was doing bad things, he tried to make the world a better place.
כך בחר השם מסיני, אבל מי יקבל את התורה? מי יהיה העם?
הלך אלוקים אל הגויים ואל השם אמוני. אסור להרוג, אסור לגנוב, לא ולא אנחנו לא רוצים. בא השם אל בני ישראל ושאל, האם אתם רוצים בתורה? אנו כולם נעשה ונשמע. נעשה ונשמע! והנה קולות רכים, ענן כבד כבד, וקול שופר חזק קורא, כל העם חרד. כל השם חזק מלא את העולם, אנוכי השם אלוקיך קרא שם העם. 40 יום שלם התורה אשר קיבל בהר, ובני ישראל אותם מסר.
Kuma
parsha is to dive into Hashem and nobody else, because Abraham wanted to know what God is, and he went to the sun and the moon, and he didn't know. I learned from Abraham to treat people how you want to be treated, from when he welcomed people into his house and treated them how he would want to be treated if he was outside for a long time. I learned from Abraham they should treat guests nicely. Once I had a friend over and I wanted to go outside. They wanted to go to the basement. I wanted them to feel comfortable, so I went to the basement.
I learned from Abraham and the 10 tests that you should always listen to Hashem, even if it will be difficult at times.
What I learned in the parsha is to take care of my family. Because if we didn't take care of our family, it would be like people would get lost and we won't have a family anymore. So Cain has to learn from what he said. What I learned from Torah is that you should be a man like Abraham instead of Noah, because Abraham taught people how to not bow to idols and dive into Hashem, and Noah was just good for himself.
וגם אני עמדתי בליבה בהר סיני, והנה משה בא אליי. הנה מתנה לך בני תלמד בה דברים יפים. תודה לך משה, אל אתה יפה.
שהיית במדבר, כי כל נשמותינו עמדו שם בהר.
גם אנחנו שמענו את כל אלוקים, ואתה תקבלנו ואותה עוד לומדים.
To my dear Kita Bet students, Mazal Tov on receiving your Chumash. We were so excited to present you with your first Chumashim this past Sunday. You now own the same Chumash as your parents and grandparents. We're partners with your family in teaching you Torah. And now you can learn from the same Chumash, whether you're 7, 27, 77. You have the same Chumash as the adults in your family. And we're partners together, and we're so proud of you and so excited for you as you now embark on a beautiful life of learning Torah together with us in school and with your families at home. Mazal Tov to you.
Mazal Tov to A.
Mazal Tov to A. We're hoping that as excited as you are today, watching your special Chumash play and receiving your Chumash, you'll be excited every day to open up your Chumash, learn Torah, and take lessons from it for your own lives. Much love.
Love you.
ועכשיו מתחילים את הכל מחדש, אי אפשר להפסיק. תן חלקנו, רציתי להיות שם ממש, חייב להספיק.
זה קורה לי בבוקר, שחוזרת אליי הנשמה שיצאה מתוכי.
אוי איזה אושר, שהכל כאן עובר לידי.
ואת האור שלך עליי תיתן,
וגם את כל המחשבות עזור לי לכוון.
וגם אם לפעמים מרגיש בלי קול,
מודה לך על הכל, לבד אני לא יכול.
את האמת שלך תשלח עליי,
גם אם הרגשתי שקשה טיפה גדול עליי. למד אותי לדעת ולמחול,
לסלוח על הכל, לבד שוב לא יכול. ועכשיו מתחילים את הכל מחדש, אין לאן למהר.
תן לי את הכוח להיות קצת חלש כדי לוותר.
זה קורה לי בלילה, כשכולם ישנים וזה שוב רק אתה ואני.
אתה שם למעלה ומרגיש אותך כאן על ידי.
ואת האור שלך עליי תיתן, וגם את כל המחשבות עזור לי לכוון.
וגם אם לפעמים מרגיש בלי קול, מודה לך על הכל, לבד אני לא יכול. את האמת שלך תשלח עליי, גם אם הרגשתי שקשה טיפה גדול עליי.
למד אותי לדעת ולמחול, לסלוח על הכל, לבד אני לא